All right, so I missed my stop. Uh, the bus driver was going so fast. By the time I realized that my stop was coming up, you know, he had already passed it. Anyway, so as I was saying, right? So yeah, they do stuff like that. All right. Now, like the situation, like with Pam, like I said, comes in the house, was talking to me, about what happened, what have you. Showed me a picture that, her girlfriend took. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know. Then she started getting undressed. She was wearing a black dress. Started getting undressed in front of me. She had on all black underneath, right? And as she is, doing these hand signals and shit like that, targeting, triggering, what have you. Oh, I do it again. Here you go. Here you go. Yeah. Walking with his head down. He know I got him on camera, filming their ass and what they're trying to do. NYPD rolled by. See that? They hear the coughing. You guys hear the coughing, right? NYPD rolled by. Okay? So yeah. This is what they're doing, right? Again, trying to manipulate. And you see how the police try to, not try to, but how they operate in the PSYOPs. And I talk about that, them using civilians, and then they'll follow behind, or they'll drive by, turn on their sirens and shit like that, right? But again, they didn't turn on their sirens because, they know I know exactly what they're doing, and I'll expose them. So again, try to make it look like it's coincidental when we know that it's not. Okay? All right? And so this is one of the things, like I said, that they do. Okay? So anyhow, white guy, white woman. See, when they start to do stuff like that, you hear the police, whoop, you hear the sirens. As soon as I said white guy, white woman, hear the police, whoop. All right, so anyhow, yeah. So like I said, and then she, as she walks off, she went into her bedroom, and then I got up, go to the kitchen. Okay, she came out in the hallway. Again, I'm standing up. She looks at the doorknob now, right? She looks at the doorknob, then looks at me. Like I said before all that, she was walking back and forth, looking down at her boots. I guess she was wearing these burgundy boots, right? Look, now, burgundy, what's the other word for that color? Maroon, right? Kind of like that. Is that color right there? All right, maybe even that color of the street. It's not quite red, right? But it's in, it's not like red, but it's like how a burgundy maroon type of color, right? Can't look at her boots, and I'm just like, okay, what have you? So as soon as I'm getting off now, right? Oh, before I forget, so as I'm walking out the door, okay, so she leaves. She went to Target, I guess. She was like, I went to Target, what have you. She leaves all the groceries in front of the door, not in front of the door, but in the foyer. As I'm leaving, she comes and she picks it up. She's like, oh, you see, I went to Target. And I'm like, okay, you already said that. Right? Again, testing out your memory, right? This is what they do. So they can try to, have an excuse to say, well, we didn't damage your memory, have you? But guess what? I forgot. Like I said, some things I remember, some things I forget, right? And again, that's just to show you that no matter what they try to do, that, your memory is forever ruined, okay? Your memory is forever, because you might remember some things, and again, there's a whole lot of things that you're going to forget, right? But they keep on persisting, and and again, using the police siren, using these threats to make it seem as if, if you don't remember things, then you get arrested and stuff like that, right? Or the fact that they're psychologically manipulating you and it puts you into this and this kind of like decomposition program in which they try to destroy your life or destroy your life and mental health and physical health. Then, in terms of they don't want to accept responsibility or be held accountable for what they've done, they'll try to intimidate you using the police sirens to get away with it, right? So whenever my back hurts or If I'm yelling out in pain because of headaches, they'll use the police sirens, okay? So this is a constant thing that they're doing. Like I said, it doesn't stop. It's constant, you know? And, you know, like I said, even thinking back before I became a TI with my brother, before I became a TI, right? Things that was happening to me. But I never really paid it any mind. You know, I think I told the story where I was dating this girl and I went to visit her one day. And as soon as she lived in an apartment building, so as soon as I walked by, I was walking in the hallway. This dude opened up his door, looked at me. As soon as I guess he was waiting, because as soon as and this was, I would say, in the late 90s, right? As soon as I walked past this dude's apartment, right, he opens up the door, looks at me, and slammed the door shut. You know, and I was just like, oh, okay. You know, things like that. It's just like weird shit that you don't even think at the time that this shit is connected, but it is. You know what I'm saying? It really is. You know, again, it sounds, you know, but I'll tell you, it is, man. There's plenty of incidents that should happen to me. I'm just like, I never thought about it, but then you start thinking about shit, and my brother kind of like put me up on these things too. You know, yeah, that this is what they've been doing, you know, and I'm not letting them get away with it. Like I said, you know, I want them to, you know, do what they're doing. I'll continue to expose it, right? If they show up with a wallet, with a warrant, then we'll deal with it. Then I'll deal with it. Then we'll deal with it in the courts, right? Because again, it's not about that though, right? No much as they try to set you up and try to do this and that to you, it's about control. It's about them trying to stop, you know, or to destroy your life, right? Because they feel like you're a threat, okay? And particularly if you are of a certain color, certain ethnicity, right? You try to, and particularly if you're not, once they see that you're a certain type of individual, you know, like you're ambitious and stuff like that, they will try to control you, right? And they got to find some ways to try to control you, right? And like I said, they weaponize everything against us. And that's what you got to understand. They weaponize everything against us. Shit that you may not think could be weaponized, they weaponize it, right? So these are the things. You see the Jewish guy coming out, you see looking at his shoes, he's wearing black shoes. Look, like, I don't really care. They can do whatever they want. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. It don't matter to me. Okay, they can do all that they want. Like I said, this is more important than me. Whatever they're doing, but they have a smile on their face, that's fine. You know, but guess what? I have a smile on my face too, because I'm exposing them for what it is that they do, right? And to make sure that people understand what's going on to protect future generations, that this don't happen to. Okay? So, like I said, you know, I'm playing the long game, they're playing the long game. The only difference is that with me, I'm basically exposing what it is, because what they're doing to us, particularly as black people and European people, they've been doing it for a long time, okay? This is government policies, all right? And you know, like with the creation of AIDS, they say, well, the government didn't create AIDS. Yes, they did, dummies. They did, okay? There's a bill, 1960 something. It's a bill. It's called, I think it's Bill 15010 or 90, okay? But it talks about creating man-made viruses and pathogen, man-made now, right? So even if they use animal DNA, animal, you know, what have you, human, whatever, it's man-made, okay? It talks about creating viruses and diseases in which there's no creation of a cure, or if they create a cure, they can, you know, for depopulation, they can let enough of the population die out, and then, you know, give the cure to the rest, okay? So again, these people, they have all sorts of sick agendas, you know, but we don't quite understand these things, you know, because we're too busy indoctrinated with religion and other bullshit that we can't see the truth. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys in the next video.